A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Survival of No Limits. So, yep, here we are again. A new location, a new place to situate things, and before you know it, we're going to be going through a bunch of new changes here on the channel, so that's going to be another thing to look out for as it turns out as well. Well, until that happens, let's get going with some more subjects here that I'm going to be able to talk about for the next 6 episodes after this. Starting with number 84 in the series, low oxygen intake. Or I could just be more specific right here. The big difference between hypoxia and asphyxia. There's certainly quite a big difference between the two, as it turns out. Hypoxia is just a simple way of saying low oxygen intake, and asphyxia is a way of saying that you're getting no oxygen intake. And this, of course, is what's more dangerous than that of hypoxia, because asphyxiation does happen to occur in a large section of the population on Earth. And this is mostly caused by a number of factors. There's usually different types of conditions out there, poisons, venoms, diseases that can hinder your breathing, or pretty much render your breathing completely useless. As a result, you could suffer from asphyxiation within minutes to, well, certain other unprecedented amounts of time at once. And then you also gotta account for some things out there relating to hypoxia and asphyxia that can be caused by other things as well. Altitude, animals out there, especially venomous ones, as sometimes these poisons are known to cause things out there relating to asphyxiation. But above all that, it does seem that it is a very dangerous, life-threatening situation as we know it. And it can be very serious as well. In most cases where people are unable to breathe on their own, it would certainly be advised to have things around like an oxygen tank or a medical breathing machine or other type of equipment that you might need around you in order to keep your breathing as steady as possible. But it can also depend on what your heart rate is, and sometimes other things considered as well. If your stomach gets too big, that can hinder your breathing as well. If there's pressure from compression based on things like a corset or too tight fitting of clothing, that can also be a reason for hypoxia or asphyxiation, as your lungs cannot necessarily expand due to the pressure being wrapped around them. And there can also be a number of other things out there that are likely to cause these problems as well. So the list is pretty big, and the rest seems to be history. But it is still worth noting that with all things considered, it's not a joke. It could be very dangerous, life-threatening to anybody at all. I, of course, have a lot of problems with this sort of thing from time to time. And well, that's probably what that's about. So if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.